So when you get your dodge tested in, you know, Rogue, Sicario, Hacker, any of them, that's not what you want to happen. What you really want to happen is just flawless. You don't want to be touched. You don't want any damage to even touch you. And then after that, you'll have time periods where you get double shot. You'll have time periods where you'll get triple shot. And it's all just based on your positioning, what you know are exposed to. If you're exposed to 2 heavy units and they double shot you, you're probably gonna die. If you're exposed to a light unit and a heavy unit, then you're probably gonna survive that double to triple shot. Because the light unit's gonna hit you with 2 bullets, while the heavy unit may hit you with 1, etc. I mean, in general, dodge requires a lot from the player. Something like Rogue requires the player to make no mistakes. It's a perfectionist style of play. You have to do everything perfect. You have to play the routes, the strats, the angles. You have to do all that stuff perfect, or Rogue will punish you hardcore. Just think of it this way: you have 70 dodge sprinting. That means if you get shot by 10 bullets, you're roughly gonna dodge 7, right? If you're only going to dodge 7, and it's 225 damage is what we're talking about. If you get hit by those 3 bullets, you know, the 80, 90, 100%. If you get hit by those 3 bullets, that is enough to kill you inside of a Rogue build. With 70 dodge, 225 damage is being considered. So it's simplistic that you can easily die inside of a Rogue if you just overly peak things. And why are you getting frustrated? At no point am I frustrated. So it's you attempting to stir shit up, and you should better quit before you just get timed out, because I'm not about it. I've dealt with this thousands of times. I can easily read what you're doing, so you better stop before I just time you out. You're here trying to stir the drama stick. You're trying to stir the shit pot. Like, it's extremely annoying. So you attempting to be like, hey, you're getting frustrated, bro. No, I'm getting annoyed with you kids attempting to do this every single day. That's what I'm annoyed with. Literally every time I fucking stream. I'm being respectful, then stop asking stupid shit. Because the more you do it, the less respect it is. The more you sit there and talk about it, the less respectful it is. The more you sit there and just be like, hey, I seen this though. And then this, here, let me ask this. Like, that's just even more disrespect. That's you just being like, hey, look, I watched this video and I believe some of it. So now I've got to make sure that I don't believe it by confirming. Why don't you have your own opinion instead of letting others do your opinion decision making? Why don't you decide what you want to do yourself? You have no knowledge on the situation, then why'd you get in the situation? Nobody has any knowledge in the situation. Everyone thinks I started. Everyone thinks I'm cheating, when in reality it's the complete opposite. It's the people attempting to get their fucking views up. It's people that are just shitting on you and doing everything they can to one person that they can gain from it. Like, if you guys did any goddamn research in the situation, go look at who actually was one of the top viewed streamers of Payday 2. You'll find that that was me. And then you'll find at that exact time frame is when that video was released. And then you'll figure out, if you look at more statistics for Twitch, that after that video was released, the people that are all centered around and helping that guy all get their viewership to go up. Well, that's kind of weird, right? Once again, nobody has any idea what the situation, as you just stated, so why get into the situation? Why throw yourself into a fire pit and not understand anything about it? I don't know if you're paying any attention to the dodge play style right now, Yervin, but this is how you play dodge. Target your enemies that you need to, and as you see, I continuously move around, changing my positioning, changing the exposure. That's how this is, you know, any dodge build is played, roughly. The only ones that roughly change that play style is like something like the Sicario or something like the Crook. Those ones can get shot and just like, you know, just keep doing their thing. I mean, exactly, Blade. It's what I've been telling you. I'd appreciate it if you would just quit. Like you said, I'm trying to be respectful. Well, if you're trying to be respectful, then you would just stop. You wouldn't have just continued to ask about nonsense. Yeah, you may have asked about it in the first time, but after that, that should have been it. And to further on with that, I would have never even asked anything. It's not my business, it's not me, so why would I get into it? But whatever. You said I get frustrated, so there you go. Now you think I'm cheating, right? Even though it's actually something completely else. You guys sit here and annoy the shit out of me with this. Like, all the evidence is literally there in front of your face to already see, but you just didn't look. Notice that right there. This guy shot me. I used his teammate to block the bullet for me. Did you guys notice? That's something you can do. You can use hostages to do the same. Right here. Hostages will block bullets for you too. If this guy wasn't here. Wow, he shot him. That's unfortunate. Thanks, teammate. He did the exact thing that we didn't need him to do, was shoot the guy that I'm hiding in. Like this right here is a perfect... You have no cover in this hallway, right? Well, now I have cover. This guy literally stopped bullets. Hey, what's up, Oni fans? But once again, Blade, I'm not really frustrated. It's more of me being annoyed by the question. It's me being annoyed by the constant asking the same thing over and over. So if you think I'm cheating, go for it, bro. But I'm gonna tell you I'm not cheating. There's literally everything on the screen for you to see my mods. You can count the dodge if you want. Just understand how dodge actually works before attempting to count dodge. That's all I gotta say. I actually understand how the dodge statistic works before being like, I'm gonna count how many times he dodges, and then I'm gonna try and get a number by the amount of dodges that he has. Well, that's not really how dodge works, but you can do that. Dodge counts on each enemy. This guy, I have 50 to 60 dodge. Depending on what my number is, you know what I mean? Like this guy, as soon as he shoots at me, I've got my 57 dodge on him. And then after that, it gets, you know, changed. That guy hit me on that 57 dodge, so now it's less than 57 dodge. You guys see? This right here, I've got my full 57 on him. That guy who just shot me in my back, that was a 57 dodge, and now I have less dodge. Each enemy will have that dodge percentage. It's not here, this guy's a 10%, and then now I've got a 10%, you know what I mean? That's not how that works. How it really works is each enemy has a dodge percentage. So if I have 70 dodge sprinting, this guy has a 70% chance of not hitting me. Same thing with this guy, same thing with this guy. Not how most people think it's like, oh, he's got a 70% chance to dodge all bullets. No, 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 no. The completely different statistic. Dodge is a weird one. So in theory, I could dodge 7 of these guys. This guy right here, this one person, I could dodge 7 of his bullets and they get hit by 3. And then the next guy I peek, I could get hit by the exact same stuff. I could, you know, dodge 7 of his bullets and they get hit by 3. Does it work even if they aren't hostages? If you shout their hands, Gabriel, or Blade, I mean, there's 2 ways you can do it. You can have them still be enemies, as you see, and I can jump behind the enemy and break his targeting so the enemy can't see me anymore. That right there will stop him from shooting me because he can't see me anymore. The other way of doing it is to make them a hostage, and then when they become a hostage, the enemy can't shoot them no more because it's not an actual enemy, it's a hostage. The enemies can't deal damage to hostages, so therefore that hostage will block all bullets, all damage thrown at you. What build would you recommend then on your YouTube? Exclamation mark ABC in chat. That'll show you this build right here. I have a muscle build on there. I've got biker. I've got the 5 best death sentence builds as well. Currently, recently on my YouTube. That is my most recent YouTube video. Is the best 5 death sentence builds, which include anarchist, armorer, stoic, kingpin, and rogue. Some people may disagree with the rogue, but as I explained in the video, that's my explanation behind it. Something with which I put into terms, like what people would think is better than the rogue is something like the hacker. So I use the hacker as the example. If the hacker is gonna dodge 75% of bullets, right? So right there, 75% of bullets dodged. So the rogue, if using optical illusions as little as optical illusions, I can get 50% less likely targeted. So that means 50% of the bullets are not going to target me. So right off the rip, 50%. If I'm gonna dodge a base 50% dodge, that's, you know, of the 50% bullets that are, you know, going to be shot at me, I'm going to dodge half of them. Think about it, guys. That means that's 1/4 bullets that I have to deal with. How do you have to deal with them? Either A, using cover, B, using armor regen, C, using HP regen, or D, a mixture of both. Yes, you need your pocket ECM to achieve 75% dodge, yes. Plus sneaky bastard. You need sneaky bastard as well. With a hostage, or not hostage, with a AI teammate giving you 5 dodge, you can also achieve 80% dodge. But we're not gonna do all that because that's not how we're gonna, you know, calculate this stuff. Basically, if you're able to dodge 75% of bullets in hacker, right? But every time you peek anything inside hacker, you're guaranteed to get targeted and guaranteed to get shot at. Why? Because you don't have less likely targeting. So therefore, you're targeted each and every time. Unlike the rogue, right off the rip, you're not going to be targeted for a big percentage, especially with grabbing optical illusions. So if you don't have to deal with, you know, 50% of the bullets and you dodge 50% of the bullets, that literally leaves you with 1/4. You have to armor gate 1/4 of the damage that hits you, or you have to, you know, heal yourself for the 1/4 of the damage that hits you. That's fairly simplistic, or you just have to hide. Bam, something like that. I just have to hide. As soon as that dodge gets tested, bam, I hide. Get the guy that, you know, tested the dodge, and then I pick the next guy that tested the dodge. He tested my dodge immediately, so let's get both of them. Fuck them kids. Look, this guy right here, he's dead. Nope. And that's that. That's how you do dodge. Fuck them kids, bro. So right there, so some of the gameplay that I just did for you guys would be clean cheats to these kids. Even though you guys can clearly see at the top right of my screen, I have Super BLT, extra profiles and skill sets, and the anti-asshole mod. That's the only mods I have installed. There's no dodge hacks, there's nothing game changing. But this would be gameplay that I just showed you guys, would be gameplay that people would say is cheats in the dodge category. So that video that you just watched as an example, this would be an example of them being like he's cheating. All this rogue gameplay that I just did. They'd be like, dude, he's cheating. Look how many bullets he dodged. Think about it this way, Blade. Just let me point something out to you in perspective. This is how good I am without tooting my own horn or without sounding like a dumbass. Look at my first aid kits. Look at the time. 12 minutes into the mission, and I have only been shot to my HP 2 times. I have got shot twice. That is why people think I'm cheating. That is why people think when I play dodge, it's not right. But I'm literally way over, you know, everybody's expectations. I know how to position myself. I know how to, you know, dodge this shit. Didn't even notice, but you're right. I am right. Without trying to toot my horn, without trying to be, you know, arrogant or anything. Like, I've literally survived 13 minutes in this mission, and I've got shot twice to my HP. That means I've made a mistake 2 times. That's all that means. I've made 2 mistakes in this build. In this current rogue build, I am allowed to make 14 mistakes. That's pretty good, right? 14 mistakes in a build that requires you to play perfectly. Having 14 mistakes, that's not bad. Now, when you're talking, I've only made 2 mistakes, well, there's the difference. And there you go. I've just made another mistake. I was in that room for too long, longer than a 0.35 second, and the shield hit me. It's simplistic. But here it is. He already hit me, so my dodge is not superior. He's just hit me, my dodge is no longer superior. It's simplistic. What's up, Foxy? But yeah, see? Now you understand why people say I'm cheating. Maybe you can get a visual representation of why people think I'm cheating as well. You never really thought about dodge that way, but you're still right. I mean, that's how the dodge works. Your dodge is on each enemy, not a you know, in general term. It's not in general I can dodge 70% of bullets. No, 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 no. Each enemy I can dodge a 70% of bullets. That's the real thing. So in the instance of someone being like, I counted as dodge and it came out to be fucking this much, which is impossible. Well, once again, that's not how dodge works in the game. If you actually know how, you know, dodge works, you would have to count the dodge on each individual enemy that shoots at me. And then on that each enemy that shoots at me, depending on, you know, your dodge statistic and your positioning, etc., accuracy, all the shit that, you know, plays in a factor with it, then you would decipher if you're getting hit. Then you would decipher how many bullets you get hit by, you know what I'm saying? So something like a crook, a 30-40 dodge. A 30-40 dodge is actually pretty good considering you can get shot twice in that build before armor breaks. So if you're able to dodge about, you know, almost half of the bullets, that's pretty good. And considering if you're fighting a one-on-one engagement, as you see most of my fights are, my dodge is going to be far more superior than using it against 16 enemies, than using it against 5 enemies. Using it against those one-on-one engagements, those 2-on-1s, that's how your dodge is going to be never touched. That's how you're going to be able to see how I switched my targeting right there. This guy, he was not paying any attention to me. This guy right here, he was going to 100% shoot me. Did you guys notice that? I immediately swapped targeting because I understood that. I understood how that was going to play out. This is the guy that shot me. Nothing else is targeting me there. So as I ran through there and got like targeted and shot at, you know, and got hit once, it kind of gave my teammate the opportunity to shout that guy. So that's the kind of things that you can see in Rogue that are too big brain for some of the other players. As you see, I'm able to make, you know, different moves and play for the team without exactly having to use a skill like Inspire, for an example. Like I can still play in that play style and be with the, you know, the team-oriented style. Being able to play for your teammates at the same time. Because I have all this damage, I have all these, you know, less likely targeting, so I'm able to actually, you know, make flanks that the other teammates can't. Target the enemies that they can't. Be able to grab the teammates that the other teammates may not be able to. And then right here, I'm going to save my teammates with first aid kits. I was trying to say this would be so hard for me to do in game. Wait, what would be so hard? For you to explain stuff or for you to attempt to do what I'm doing? Because like I said, it's like a 99% of the community that doesn't even know how to play dodge like I do. Now I'm not saying I'm the best dodge player, I'm not saying I'm the only dodge player, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm probably one of the more superior dodge players in the community without once again trying to be too